and welcome to our story time. Today, we're sharing a wonderful tale called Aunt Sam and the Noisy Pressure Cooker. It's a story about a little bit of kitchen chaos, a lot of yummy food, and a very important lesson. So, get comfy and let's begin. On a bright afternoon, in a cozy little kitchen filled with sunlight, Aunt Sam was getting ready to cook. She tied her apron, humming a soft, happy tune. It was a special day. Her nephew Tom and his friends Leela and Ben were coming over, and she was making her famous lentil curry and rice. The kitchen smelled of fresh spices, and everything felt so calm and cheerful. Tom, Leela, and Ben sat at the dining table, their chatter filling the air with excitement. They watched Aunt Sam as she washed the colorful vegetables, her hands moving with a gentle rhythm. She placed them neatly beside a big, shiny pressure cooker. Soon, she added lentils, water, and a secret blend of spices into the cooker and placed it on the stove, closing the lid with a careful click. "Good food takes time," she said, giving the children a warm, knowing smile. The kids nodded, but their eyes were glued to that mysterious, shiny pot. They waited, and they watched. The kitchen was quiet for a few minutes, filled only with anticipation. And then, PSSHHH Wesley. The pressure cooker suddenly let out a loud, sharp noise. Tom practically leaped out of his chair. Leela quickly covered her ears with her hands, wincing. Ben's eyes grew as wide as saucers. "Aunt Sam! It's angry!" Tom shouted, pointing a shaky finger at the hissing pot. Before she could answer, the cooker whistled again, this time even louder, sending a puff of steam towards the ceiling. That's when the real panic began. The kids were convinced something terrible was about to happen. "It's going to explode!" Leela cried out. "The food is going to burn!" Ben added, his voice trembling. "Turn it off! Turn it off!" They all shouted at once. The once calm kitchen turned into a scene of complete chaos. They started running around the room, bumping into chairs, knocking a spoon to the floor with a clatter, and almost spilling a glass of water. And all the while, the pressure cooker kept whistling its loud song, making the children more and more nervous with every single blast of steam. But through all the noise and commotion, Aunt Sam was an island of calm. She didn't rush or panic. Instead, she gently reached over and turned down the flame under the cooker. She stood still for a moment, then turned to the frantic children with the kindest smile. "Listen to me," she said, her voice soft but clear, cutting through their fear. "The pressure cooker isn't angry. It's not going to explode. It's just doing its job." She gathered the nervous children close and explained what was happening. She told them how the whistle was actually a good sign. It meant the steam inside was building up, cooking the lentils perfectly. It was the cooker's way of saying, "Hey, everything's working just right in here." She explained that rushing to turn it off or panicking would only spoil the food and make things worse. Her calm words were like a soothing balm. Slowly, the kids stopped running and shouting. They gathered around her, their little shoulders relaxing. The kitchen grew quiet again, and the only sound was a gentle, rhythmic bubbling coming from the cooker. It didn't sound so scary anymore. Aunt Sam waited patiently. She checked the time on the wall clock, wiped the counter with a cloth, and started humming her soft tune again. The kids watched her, their fear replaced by curiosity. After a little while, Aunt Sam calmly turned off the stove and let the cooker rest, allowing the pressure to go down on its own. The children watched closely, almost holding their breath. It was the big moment. When Aunt Sam finally opened the lid, a cloud of warm, delicious steam puffed out, filling the entire kitchen with the most wonderful aroma. The lentil curry was perfect. It wasn't burnt, it wasn't raw, it just right. Tom's eyes sparkled with delight. Wow, it smells so good! He exclaimed. Leela clapped her hands together happily, and a big smile of relief spread across Ben's face. They all sat down together to eat. The lentil curry was rich and flavorful, and the rice was fluffy and perfect. As they enjoyed the tasty meal that Aunt Sam had prepared with so much care and patience, she spoke to them gently. In life, she said, just like in cooking, not everything needs panic. Some things just need time, calm, and a little bit of trust. The loudest moments are often just part of the process. The kids nodded, their hearts and stomachs equally full. They understood. That day, the noisy pressure cooker didn't scare anyone anymore. It was no longer an angry monster, but a helpful friend, and more importantly, it taught the children a lesson they would never forget, that patience can turn worry into happiness, and that calm minds always create the best results. Thank you so much for listening to our story today. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming tales. See you next time.